Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, family. Another joyous day, another toxic-free day, another day in my sanctuary, my spiritual incubator, a place where I can drop my guard and really relax and see what's going on with myself and what I want to do in my life and the things I want to focus on. That's what it's all about. But see, I'm going to freestyle more so right now because I have a lot of swirling thoughts in my head. But the bottom line is what this is going to be about is about going after your fears, or going after the things that put fear in you, because you got to realize that when you fear something, usually your breakthrough comes from defeating that fear. And you're not going to become the new you unless you face this thing straight in the face, in the eye, and go after it. Whatever it is that makes you say, and I don't mean straight fear where you're shaking, right? But where it's uncomfortable, you don't want to go there. That's the very thing that's going to bring your growth. So if this video ends up being 2 hours and you say, okay, what is it about? That's what it's about. So you can cut off of this video and go on about your day. But that's it. Challenge yourself. That's what we have to do, is challenge yourself. Because you will find that you're not going to get the push to grow from the people around you. The people around you are comfortable with who you are, where you are. And when you elevate, oftentimes, they're going to look within themselves and say, he did it. And they're going to think, well, why am I not doing it? And they don't want to think that. So you're not going to get the encouragement to break into a new level of life. And it doesn't mean just going after money. We're talking about also personal development, making yourself better, reading different books, having different types of conversations, and going beyond that place where most of us are corralled into the day we die. Sad to say it, but that's what it is. And so you will have others, and you will also partake in this by giving into the fear of going down that road that you've never gone down before. The fear of not having that conversation that you may feel insecure in a little bit because you feel you don't know as much as the next person. Well, how are you going to learn unless you throw yourself into it? How are you going to be the best fighter in the world unless you take a few blows? You're going to get punched. Boxing matches, you see the winner, and sometimes the winner looks like the loser from all the blows he took to the face, which is unfortunate. It may take you a few extra years to earn that degree, right? And others go through the course like it's nothing. But you may have more responsibilities, or you may have a difficulty with the way it's taught. Losing weight, same thing. It's just a matter of shifting calories and doing some different things until time passes on and you find yourself at an ideal healthy weight. But whatever it is, you have to focus on where you want to go and what is in front of you as far as a fear. And I'm not saying fear in the most negative way, but just maybe you can find a different word for me. But there are places that we keep ourselves from, and usually I've found out in my life that's the place we need to go, because that's what's going to bring us the most growth. I have no time to watch people and throw off on people when I can throw off on myself and chisel away what is not good for me within myself to make myself better. My goal every single day is to make myself better. What can I do to heighten my awareness? What can I do to raise my status? What can I do to be a better person before I leave this earth? Imagine, how would it be if most of us had a countdown clock? You know how they have the clock where it's countdown to New Year's, and you see 11 months, 4 days, 12 hours, 32 seconds, and you know You have that time. We don't have a countdown clock with our life. Imagine if we did. Would you live a little different than you're living now? This is not anything personal thrown out to anybody. It's just me asking you, would you live a little different if you knew when your time was coming and you knew you had to be accountable for your time? Would you gossip less? Would you be less nosy? Would you be more genuine and not so fake? All of the stuff that we carry around, and again, this is not thrown off on anybody personally, but these things that we carry, it won't matter because we're going to have to be accountable for it. It's almost like a shoplifter not realizing you have those two sensors by the door. And here you go, stuffing your clothes with stolen merchandise and in your bag, and by the time you hit that sensor, it goes off, and there's security there and maybe a cop or two. You're not getting away. That's not my concern. That's your own personal choice. But for me, this time for me is to work on me and make myself better. If you've done me wrong, fine. You got to own that. You won't get another chance again. If you're in my corner, I graciously accept your energy, right? And I'll reciprocate with the same positive energy. But I have no time to worry and concern with frivolous things that don't matter. Because with the things that most people indulge themselves in, you have to ask yourself, is this going to make you better? Will it matter 5 years from now? Will it matter 5 weeks from now? Will it matter 5 hours or 5 days from now? What is it that you can do for yourself today that will be longer lasting in your life, that makes a real change? Because you got to understand, change comes in increments. Many of us sit down and say, well, one day I'm going to get up and I'm going to do this and I'm going to accomplish that one day. But for many, that one day doesn't come. It never arrives. Your success will come when you decide to go after that thing. And I'm not saying to do something that you really don't want to do, or it's got to be in you. But you can't have the apprehension. You can't have the fear, right? If it's something you want to do, but you're scared to do it, why are you scared? Go after it. Well, I'm too old to do. Listen, I'm 62 years old. I embrace that. I lived a lot of life, y'all. And I'm happy for every day, every lesson, every betrayal, every ascension. It's all in here. And it helps me to make decisions based on what I've been through. But based on what I've been through, it's not going to stop me. People say, well, you know, you black people, you hold so much. Listen, we've been through a lot, right? And I didn't let it become an obstacle. When I went down to Florida and became a correction officer, after being beat by 11 police officers in 1989 for no other reason than driving a new car, but then people will say, well, the system is just and the system is, well, I got a little taste of it differently, and many of us do. And until you walk in our shoes and understand what we've gone through as a people, many of others who distance themselves from us, well, try to treat us like we're animals. Another thing I want to say, I want to give credit to all the black people in America who are doing the damn thing. Because you're not going to get honored in the American media. The algorithms on social media are not going to honor you. Those who have achieved in the system legally, who do not have records, parents who take care of their kids, carry themselves in a law-abiding way, very intelligent, very dignified, I want to say, I honor you, because there's a blackout on acknowledging you, and they push different ideologies and on social media and make us seem, because of a small number of people who are out of their mind, that that's all we are. And it's funny to me to see people who are so intelligent, yet they're so damn stupid to not really look into how great we are as a people. So I'm just saying that because a lot comes my way and there's a lot of negativity about black Americans. I live in the motherland. I live in Africa. I love it here. My lineage is from here, through my father in Jamaica, straight to Ghana. That's a proven fact. I'm a citizen here also. But let's not forget, I'm physically here, but I'm still connected to America and the people there. Some are wayward, some are a little dumb, the things they do, but there's so many who are doing the damn thing. Even the hard-working folks who may not have big degrees or a big salary, the ones who are getting up every single day and going to work. Yes, you're in the system, and you want to beat yourself out of the system. I don't mean beat yourself, beat the system and take yourself out of the system. Fine, I understand that. But you carry a dignity and an elevation in your heart that most of the world doesn't see because they view you through YouTube videos and they control how you're seen. But going back to that, and kudos for you to have the stick-to-itiveness to go and push higher, because it's not easy in America. It's not easy at all. There's so much, but you forge forward and you're successful and you're making it. And it is tough, and many people are not making it. I understand that, but hold on. I wish we had more unity globally. I wish we had more unity even there. But you have to do like synchronized swimming, where they omit the high score and the low score to get what's in the meat of the whole thing, right? You're going to hear super good things from people who, you know, they want to say the right thing, but you're going to hear a lot of bad things. And you can't let that dictate to you in your mind how you're going to carry yourself as a person and the goals that you have. You can't let certain things stop you. I'm looking forward to even more achievements in my life, more growth. There are people I know who are 35 years old and they're ready to just throw in the towel. Hey man, I'm 35, man, I done been through enough, man. So I said, man, don't you realize I'm almost twice your age? And I wake up every morning with enthusiasm. Nothing is gonna take my spirit. Nobody's going to steal my destiny. Every fighter who wins a fight may take a knockdown or get stunned. But here I is. I'm saying it that way. Here I is. Because as long as you stay connected to the Creator and you have things inside of you that you want to do, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. But you have to be ready to make the sacrifice, and you have to be ready to reject that thing that makes you have fear to go up an avenue that you want to accomplish and a road that you need to go down. There's only so much time in this life. Why are you sitting there struggling when you could start swinging and throwing punches at that obstacle, which is really a goal because it's not an obstacle? But you look at it like it's, I'm not saying anybody who's listening, I'm just saying this, I'm just talking out my head and just flowing. But you make this thing to be bigger than what it really is. When you're born more mighty and you're connected to the person who created the universe. When I look behind me, or to the side of me, or to the front, or when I walk through the wilderness, because these are mountains down the road, ain't too much going on except wilderness. I went out to sit on my front porch, and there was a long snake that saw me and was getting out of there. I'm like, man, this is nature. There's an order. We need to have an order in our thinking so we can constantly achieve. I mean, who is the person really, when you think about it, who thought about making steps? Making steps. Simple. Look. You have a tall building or something high up. Who thought to make a little step that you can step on and one after that to go up higher? That's brilliant. They say the wheel is brilliant. Yeah, whoever created the wheel is brilliant. But whoever created steps is telling you right there. One step at a time with your goals and aspirations. Don't let anybody kill your spirit because you're not going to get it overnight. Study. Become a scholar in that area of expertise that you want to move in on. There's things I'm studying now that will add up with other things that I'm doing and help to undergird it. That little bit of fear, that little bit of doubt that somebody helps to put in your head. You know how many times, and I'm going to get on those family members, not in my family. My parents always encouraged me with everything. Before the age of 10, I had already taken guitar lessons. I wanted to try it out. They paid for it. I lost interest in it. They didn't flinch, right? I wanted to, and I'm going to move this over a little bit because I don't want the shadow to hit my face, right? Even though you know what I look like. I took some piano lessons for a couple months, almost a year. Was in a small junior concert of young kids who played piano, different instruments and stuff. I liked it. We had a Brewster piano in my home growing up. And I moved on from that, but I always loved to draw. That's my first love. From 3-4 years old, I was always, and it was weird because people were like, you too young to draw that good. They didn't mean it that way, but it's like, this guy's got talent. A lot of things I tried, more than what most people know. But did I have the fire in my heart? No, but I wanted to try it out to see. And that's what I did. And so now at this junction point in life, I've tried different things out. One thing that I do know is that, how can I say it? It's a process. And no matter what you want to do, if you go through the process and take the steps, one step at a time, the process, incrementally, and know that it's going to take time, some more than others, right? If you want to be a brain surgeon, that's going to be a whole lot harder than learning how to be one who lays concrete. You know what I mean? But don't let it discourage you. If you want to do it, don't let any fears implanted in your mind by fake friends or people who want to see you in one spot because it makes them comfortable, right? Now, if you're sound asleep in the bed and you're with your spouse and they get up in the middle of the night to go use the bathroom and it's a nice, warm, comfortable position, you're hugging, it wakes you up because they get up and say, hurry up and come on back in the bed. Get back in the spot. You woke me up. The warm spot is gone. It's not the same thing, but it upsets people because now you're changing your position and they're going to reevaluate theirs. You don't worry about anybody else. Your path is your path. There's no limit to what you can do, and there should be no fear. And when anybody tries to discourage you, because like I said, family members and in a circle of so-called friends, not the real ones, but the fake ones, they will subtly try to stop you because they'll crush it early. That thought in your head to achieve something, and it's easy to crush it early on. That's what people don't understand. That oak tree was something small at one point, but the mighty oak that it's become, it could have been smashed if somebody stepped on it and crushed it, right? So think of yourself in your ultimate form and see yourself winning and achieving. As long as you have it here, you can take your talents and your abilities and your desires and you can make something of yourself. Never forget that. And you could be self-created, self-made. You study, we have all this information online. Instead of worrying about the gossip, instead of worrying about who's doing what and peeping through your window and being mad at somebody, you take that energy and go somewhere else. I'm about the positivity. I have been through so much and I'm battle tested. I'm built for this. And you got to say to yourself, if you made it this far into this video, it's something about this that appealed to you. Say to yourself in the mirror, and it's not being the narcissist, because we know what narcissists really are. You are giving yourself a bit of self-empowerment. You have to look at yourself and know that you're built for this, and whatever you don't know, you can learn. Whatever you don't have, you can achieve from within, but move forward every single day. Every single day, incrementally, step by step, you will make it to where you have to go. And there's things I have to do today. The day is going on. I did a lot, and I got a lot accomplished today. I just wanted to come out here and share with you what was on my mind on a free-flowing way. Didn't know exactly how I was going to put it down, but it was a certain feel. And we have more content later on, and we will be coming on live. And make sure to take your email and go to LanceScurvX.com. Enter your email so you get all the content. So if YouTube decides to shut this channel down like it did before, all of my content is uploaded there. And it's free, okay? I'm not asking for nothing, just go there. And we'll be forever connected directly, right? There's nobody who can take stuff down or flag stuff or whatever, because YouTube is on a rampage right now. This year so far, they took down, was it 25 million? No, 25 million in this one quarter. So for the prior quarter, they're just taking channels down for no reason. So protect your work, and if you want to know a little bit more about it, I'm willing to share my secrets, you know, because we have great work to do and we will get things done. Nothing is impossible when you have the Creator on your side and you're ready to get down. So like they say, let's get ready to rumble. I'm not going to scream it, but that's, hey, positivity, rumble with it, and know that you're capable of achieving anything that you want to do. And nobody can tell me any different. We got to be like Muhammad Ali. We have to know how great we are. How can you have a great Creator who created you and you're mediocre? The Creator didn't make anything mediocre. Look at the system behind me. The fruits, the trees, the insects, the animals. They are part of a bigger system, and whether they know it or not, they all work together. Only us as humans consciously work against each other. And this is why so many of these humans out here fail. Because I don't know where they get this demonic mindset from. And they look around year after year and they're not getting anywhere, whether they get a few more possessions or not, but in their spirit and in their heart and in the sense of achievement that they can go to the next level and say, hey, and they can hear those words, job well done. Anyway, LanceScurv out, on to the next one. Salute to my brothers. Mwah. Much love to my sisters. I am hyped even talking about this stuff, and I got so much to do before the sun goes down. Leave your comments, let me hear from you, and let me know the topics you want us to speak about. Anyway, much love. Peace.